this is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Rob Umppherson with me. You are the president of the Perth Citizen Band. First time here on FYI.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Well, welcome, welcome.
It's great to be here.
175 years in 2025.
It is. It's a big milestone for the band.
And it is Canada's oldest?
Continuous band.
Continuous
band.
Wow.
Because our history, in around 1850, the first mention of the band, we had a military connection with the 42nd Regiment. It was Lanark or Lanark and Renfrew then. And there's always been a band or bands in Perth since then.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. Now you're the president. How long have you been with the band?
I've been with the band since 1988.
And what instrument do you take?
Tenor sax.
Tenor sax,
Tenor
okay.
sax,
And what
yes.
instruments do you know how to play?
Well, I do know how to play the clarinet. In fact, when I joined the band in 1988, that was the instrument I had. And the clarinet section was 3 people.
Oh, wow.
And now it's about 11 or 12 people in that section alone. And the band, when I first joined, we had about 20 people maybe at a concert. Some weeks it was 15 or 16, and our conductor would say, spread out, spread out. And now we're at about 35 to 40 at a concert. And so we can't fit on the bandstand anymore.
Oh my goodness,
so
yes.
now we have our shows at the Crystal Palace in Perth.
Okay,
because we can spread out, and we have a roof for the audience now as well, so
yes.
which is great.
Yes, and that's such a beautiful building right now,
fantastic.
too, with all the Christmas trees in it.
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Now let's talk a little bit about your history, because I'm sure people are looking at you now thinking, I had you as a teacher, didn't I? So you're quite familiar with this area.
Yes.
Elgin School even.
Elgin Elementary. I started as a supply teacher there in 1987, and then full-time in 1989. Then it became Duncan J. Schooler Elementary School, so I did teach there. And then in 1997, I moved to the Stewart School in Perth.
And you've been retired for a few years?
And I taught there until 2015, and I retired then.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So you know our principals that we all know of too,
Oh,
Mr. Stewart, Mr. Widmeyer.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now we're here today to talk about the Perth Citizen Band. You've got a concert coming up too, but I just want to talk a little bit about parades that are coming up. We see you go by, my goodness. We had a few stories before we began on air this morning too, about how cold it gets up there and what happens to your instruments.
It can get very cold, and sometimes the ice can form on the back of a reed, so the reed instruments then don't really play. And if it's really cold, the valves in the brass instruments can freeze. And more than once, years ago, the trombones in mid-parade, they went out to 6th position, and then the wind came, and they froze in 6th position.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
they played that one note to the rhythm for the rest of the parade.
So speaking of which, we have the Perth Parade is on December 7th.
That's correct.
The following week, you're in Lanark.
Correct.
Another outdoor
parade.
It's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
But on the 15th, you've got your concert. You're going to be inside the Perth Legion.
That's correct. That's correct. And so we're quite excited about that. We have a great variety of music to play. We've got the classics, O Little Town of Bethlehem, Silent Night, like that. We also have some good medleys, which are collections of songs, and we've got one that was arranged by a member of the Canadian Brass, and I think that's called the Canadian Brass Christmas. And it'll be and it's great. And then we also have the fun tunes, you know, Here Comes Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and they're interspersed. So we have a nice variety. We don't stick on one style, song after song.
And I mean, those kind of songs too, people know the words to them.
They know, and they're always invited to sing along.
Excellent, excellent. Now, this is the 35th year you've been doing this Christmas concert for Perth.
Yes, it is. For many of the years, we actually played at St. James Church in Perth. Unfortunately, the band got too big and we couldn't fit in the church anymore.
Okay.
So
unfortunately,
well, it's great to have such a large band now. In fact, so when we moved our Christmas concert to the Legion last year, we actually had about 40 musicians playing, so they would not have fit in St. James.
Oh
Church.
my, yes. Now you've got a special guest this year too, Brent McLaren.
Brent McLaren will be back. Brent always is the welcomer, and then he always has a great Christmas story or a verse to share.
And people know him as the town crier. He's at the beginning of most parades that are going on in Perth.
Oh, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And before that, Brent was the music teacher at Perth Collegiate. And his son Nathan and he also played drums in our band years back.
And I believe he's been here a few times too because of the Perth Theatre as well too.
Absolutely, yes, that's correct.
Now, who's the longest person, the person that's been in the band the longest?
Steve Arnott, our trombonist, I believe right now is the longest serving member. He joined in high school in the early 70s. But our band director, Brian Tackaberry, he joined, well, he started conducting the year I joined the band, which was 1988. And I'm pretty sure he joined the band as a clarinetist in 1980.
Oh,
and
okay.
he is officially the longest serving conductor in our band.
Wow, okay. Now, it used to be a marching band too.
Yes, we
Were
used to
you in
march.
it when it was a marching?
Yes,
Yes?
yes, yes. And then it got to the point where parades were either too long or
Yes.
hilly. And then when they moved to a night parade, we said it's just not safe. So we have a float now which we can light up at night. And we don't have ice on the roads to risk falls and things like that.
I mean, so many people come out to enjoy parades now. That's why
Yes.
the route has gotten longer
Oh,
too, because you
exactly,
need the
yes.
space as well too.
Exactly. And also with a float, we can have a little drum kit. So we don't just have to play a march tune.
Okay, okay. Now, how many members did you say are in the band?
Well, the band room can fit about 30.
Okay.
But we're not all there every week. So I'm expecting that we'll have 35 to 40 at the concert in the band, and we have about 50 on our list.
Okay, now I'm just maybe overthinking this, but I'm sure when you do events, not everybody can show up. So
No, that's correct.
Are there times you have more sax players or than clarinets?
Yeah, yeah,
so you must sound different.
Yes, exactly. So our conductor always says, here's the sign out list. If you can't come, put your name down. And if I've got 4 saxophones who aren't here, I'll make sure to pick a song that doesn't focus or
Okay.
feature.
Okay, so
that
you prepare
section.
ahead.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Oh, wow. I wondered that.
Yeah.
So once again, we've got the 30th annual Christmas concert for the Perth Citizen Band. Tickets are at the door,
Yes, at the door.
and they're at the Legion.
Yep.
Okay, and we have to mention too, you have a team going in the polar plunge.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes. So on January the 1st, Andrew Dumbrill and Nathan Bonsolar and myself, all of the band, we are starting our 175th anniversary year off with a splash, and we're going to be plunging on behalf of the Hospice Hub.
That's right,
Who is
that's
the
right.
sponsor, or the recipients this year of the money.
Yes, that's right, that's right. So if anybody wants to donate to your team, just go to the website or the Facebook page, the Hospice Hub, and
Yes.
follow directions and find your team.
Find our team,
Excellent,
Perth Citizens
excellent.
Band.
You've plunged before?
Yes, 6 times before. This will be lucky number 7.
Oh, there
so
you go. That's the charm. That's the charm. That's the charm.
I guess so.
And that, again, is at the Legion as well.
At the Legion as well, correct, yes.
All right, all right. So on December 15th, Sunday, December 15th, we've got the
Yes.
band playing at 2 o'clock at the
At
Perth
2
Legion.
o'clock, yep.
And on January 1st, the band is jumping.
Yes, that's right.
Not the
yes.
whole band.
Not the whole band.
Not the whole
no,
band.
No,
No. Are you going to take your saxophone down with you?
no. Well, if I have
Talk
a
about
plastic,
freezing.
if I have a plastic one, I might. Yes.
There you go. There you go. All for some fun.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
excellent. So thank you very much for coming here from Perth today to talk about the Perth Citizens Band. Sounds like a fun group of guys.
It is a
and
fun
women,
group.
men and women.
It's
Yep.
almost a 50-50 split now,
Excellent,
actually. Yes,
excellent.
yes,
Great,
yeah. But
great.
thank you for the invitation to chat today. It's been wonderful.
Well, next
Thank
year's
you.
a big year for you. We're going
It
to have
is.
you come back.
Okay.
All right.
Will do.
Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas.
And you as well. Thank you.